Welcome back to BAM Lounge. It is good to be back. We've been absent for how long on this channel?
Well, I posted videos a year ago, but no one cares about those. So
we've been absent for like years.
I was in those. It was the pretending I was him.
Here's the thing. BAM Lounge has been through a lot of transitions. All right.
Yeah.
I would say that we used to do skits.
We had the
then
skit
we did
era,
pranks,
then the skit prank era.
Then somehow
then the
I
prank
fell
era.
butt into, ass into doing freakout videos where people thought I was a psychopath.
Yeah.
Then I did a lot of
food
weird
videos.
Food videos. We did food. Those did really well. And then it became to do nothing.
But
And
we're
now
back here on BAM Lounge with
We're back.
podcasts.
Podcast.
And also reaction videos we're going to be doing once a week.
Kind
So
of like
two
a
weekly
a
contents.
commentary type of video.
Yeah, like we're in the commentary community now. We're
Call us
edgy.
the
We're
garbage
cool.
men, right?
Yeah.
We're taking out the trash. We're finding the trash on YouTube, and we're taking the trash out. I have a trench coat.
So this is the BAM Lounge podcast, installment number 1. I'm Zach. We got Tyson. We got Bert. We don't have Steve. Steve lives in California. We all live in Dallas, Texas now. So,
Yeah.
you know, that. I mean, maybe one day, if you guys really show love and support on the podcast, we could get Steve out here. I mean, $300 plane ticket and Steve's time, which is valuable. So we'll just have to see.
We'll have to see.
He's going to be out here for my wedding in May. So that might be a time.
Hey, Steve, you're here for the wedding.
You're here for the wedding. Get on the podcast.
That's at least one episode. Gosh darn
ooh,
it.
that's some good
Gosh
views.
darn it.
That's confused.
That's some good views. But yeah, I was actually going down memory lane last night. I do this every once in a while. You know, I like to sit in bed, go through old BAM skits, you know, and I actually saw in the comments on the first ever video we did, the Cabin Strangler, there was like somebody saying, starting my annual binge, you know, I'm starting with this
Oh,
video.
dang, that's
This is
awesome.
where I'm going. Who's joining me? And there was like some likes on that. So I'm like, people still come back and they watch all the skits.
Yeah.
And I do that all the time. Like at least like 2 or 3 times a year, I'll go back, watch a lot of the skits. And it'll start off like, I'm going to watch one, relive the old days. And then I watch like 30. So
Yeah, that's how it
I
happens.
think before we go into what you're doing, we should talk about what we've been doing, right?
what have we been up to
What have you been up to
in the last, what do we want to say, since 2016?
since today?
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
today.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So-
No, what
All
are
right,
you
let's put
doing
it back.
now? Back then, we were poor, and you were driving a Pontiac Grand Am, and I was still
That was
driving.
that was in 2013.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were
let's
still
go
driving
in
it.
the
You were
last
still
2
driving it.
years because that's.
What have we been up to?
I think it's been about a year and a half since we posted $100 Chef, maybe, or a year.
I mean,
Oh,
I got
God.
famous doing Minecraft role plays, made a decent amount of money. In the last year, I've been doing cryptocurrency stuff, made a decent amount of money. And now I'm just still doing YouTube. I'm doing Sims and crypto.
Steve likes to
and
call you the
NCAA.
Rain Man.
You know,
of
everything that
YouTube.
I touch with my retardation turns into retard gold.
That's what he calls it. He calls you the Rain Man.
I'm turning to
Like,
gold.
because like when we told,
I didn't touch
Steve
you.
that,
You touched
know,
me.
Touch me, please. Please.
You're turning into plasma.
Ah!
Still worth something, but not a
Something.
lot.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Single dads
And
have to
it's
drain themselves of it every.
I looked up how much you get when you give
It's
plasma.
like
I think it's like $180 bucks.
but it's like 2 hours of your time and.
But it's not every time you get
All right,
$180.
I remember when I moved back to Alabama after BAM Lounge and you guys went to Seattle. I remember I was so poor, I even looked up like getting plasma.
I used to look into donating sperm. I'm like, man, you can make a fortune.
Yeah.
just
Yeah, but you
jerking
also
off.
have to be like a good-looking.
Then you have like
a
30
stud.
kids too. That
Like, it's
one day
weird.
want to find their real dad.
Yeah, you're gonna want to
It's
find
funny
them and they're
because
gonna
like
make a movie about
the
it.
more money you could make a lot of money off it, but it depends on how good your job is, which is odd because if I was making stacks,
Well, because if you're a
I would
brilliant
be-
doctor, surgeon, your sperm's worth more because you got smart sperm.
But that doesn't
Smart
make any sense.
sperm.
I know a lot of smart people in my family, but I also know a lot of dumb people in my family.
Well, I also know a lot of people where their 2 parents are idiots and they're an idiot too. So.
That's true.
It does help to have the good genes.
All right, so what have you? So you've been doing crypto.
Yeah, and like NCAA and Sims, I'm having a lot of fun on YouTube. I'm more doing YouTube for fun now, so
Yeah.
that's good. I have enough money.
You're the place in the
I
money,
want more
okay.
money, but I have enough to live comfortably. So
Yeah, well, I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
what have you guys been up to the last
Let me
2
tell you what
years?
I've been up to.
Tyson first.
Yeah.
Well, in the beginning of 2 years ago, or yeah, a
We
year
kind of
and a
moved
half
to
ago.
Dallas like 2.5 years
Yeah, we
ago.
moved to Dallas 2.5 years ago, and I started, I still did BAM, I still did like miscellaneous stuff, and then we started Proper Life, a YouTube channel that did really well, and then I moved into doing video editing, and now I do producing, so I'm more behind the camera on YouTube stuff.
Yeah, you like
instead
left
of-
the front of the camera.
Yeah.
Now you'd like do production.
I like
for
it's hard because I
crypto
want to get back into the front of the camera stuff. Commentary, this
Yeah.
kind of stuff
and
is easy.
This is
This
fun
is easy
too.
for
I
me. This
like
is just
great.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did this on Proper Life. We did a soft launch where we just started doing podcasts, and this is easy. I like
Yeah.
doing this, but it's harder for me, I think, to get back in front of the camera because of the personality that I portrayed. Like back then, I did freakouts, and
He was
I know
scary
a lot of
man.
you probably are like, these
Scary.
are obviously fake, but a majority of people that I met in real life
We're
thought they were
terrified.
real.
They're
Yeah, I know.
terrified of you.
And it kind of made it hard to be in front of the camera again because I'm like, what do I do? Like, how do I react?
That stigma where people hate you.
I have
you're
the stigma
that evil
where people
guy
think
that
I'm,
tosses people
but
in the
then,
pool.
like, if I don't say, like, if I meet these people and I say, hey, I'm not actually that person, they're disappointed.
Then, the
So it's a really
character's
odd place that I was in, so it's hard for me to film videos, but I'm trying to get back into it. But I do enjoy being behind the camera a hell of a lot more than being in front of the camera.
Yeah. What about you, Bert? What's the last 2 years?
I was running my main channel mainly, and then I was doing like Minecraft role plays, but then I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I stopped, and then I picked up Proper Dummies. So
we started a whole new corporation that totally burned and failed in the last 2 years. So if you
Yeah, but it did really well.
It did really well.
I run
for a
it
while.
though. I run Proper Dummies.
We
so
sold.
if
You
want to
guys
watch
sold
Minecraft,
out.
there
No,
it
you
is.
guys sold out comedy shows. So like, yeah, that's
We
crazy
did a
'cause
lot in 2
There's
years.
so much that we did in the last 2 years that these people have no idea about.
Yeah, like we went and sold out 2 different arenas we sold out the Arlington Improv,
That was
and we
fun.
sold out the Anaheim Improv.
That was
and did a
our first
live
one.
comedy show. They did really well. It was really fun. We traveled to tons of conventions, doing merch booths with that company, Proper Productions. But yeah, that's all in the
Everything just
past.
is like a
It's
giant
not in
blur.
the past, Zach. Proper Dummies.
Proper
is
Dummies,
my
Bert still
channel.
does it.
So if you like Minecraft,
No one
go
likes
check it
Minecraft,
out.
Bert. No one.
They all hate it now.
Stop promoting it.
I have so many people. I started a new channel recently where I do NCAA videos, the college football game, not like.
I will say
coverage.
this though: after doing Minecraft as long as we have,
It's
and
like a
I'm
burn.
still doing, it is a burn. So doing this is
It's
hands
like
down my
fresh
favorite
air.
thing.
Like,
You can ask Tyson. I'm always like, when we doing the podcast?
Yeah.
When we doing the podcast?
Here's
Yeah.
my grandpa.
When we doing the podcast?
I find out he's sick. And the day that I found out he's sick, and I told Bert already.
When are we doing that podcast?
He comes up to me, he's like, hey, why do we do the podcast today? I'm like, oh, maybe because I found out my grandpa's dying. Dick.
Well, he's like, yeah, it's already
but-
happening.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the podcast.
Push it out.
Grandpa, you want to be a guest? Get that title. But since I've been doing my NCAA channel, I actually have a lot of people like I do not mention that I was ever Aviator Gaming or Aviator Games. I try to keep that life separate. Sometimes I'm putting in the past. And I have people like they're like, you sound like Aviator Games, Aviator Games, Aviator Games, Aviator Gaming. They're like, oh, I used to watch you all the time, and now I watch you on here, and I don't watch you on here.
Because basically what you're doing is you're
growing.
You're growing with your
Growing as a
audience
human.
now. Your new
Because
audience.
I feel like it's crazy because we've been
I'm
on
staying as a
YouTube.
child.
You're still a child.
Nah.
You're trying to sway new children to join you.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Bert loves swaying children.
He loves to persuade them.
He loves to
join
persuade them,
Yikes.
give them
Wow.
his candy.
But it's like we've been doing YouTube 8 years. BAM was 5 years ago in August. So it's been 5 years and like
crazy.
3 months.
Yeah.
Actually, that our 5-year, 3-month anniversary was a few days ago. It's all past. That like I just remember shooting Cabin Strangler and putting up that animation and moving from LA back to Wisconsin for the BAM thing. And I would just like think back. I'm like, God, in the last 5 years, so much has happened.
Yeah, it is
Flew
crazy.
by.
So many things. Like we moved out to Seattle to work with Sky Does Minecraft, did all that. Bash Reverse went crazy, started touching kids. Clara became a cam girl, Bash's girlfriend, and we had a TV show, did a pilot, it got canceled. Like we literally have done so many things. Moved to LA, moved to Seattle, moved to Wisconsin,
Yeah,
moved
when
to
you're in the
Dallas.
middle of doing it, you don't feel like you're doing enough.
No,
But
so
then when you
much.
look back, you're like, how
So
did I
much.
have time?
I did have this 2-year hiatus where I don't remember any of this. It was all a blur because I moved to Sweet Home Alabama with my ex.
Yeah, there's a time gap
Yeah,
where Bert
after
doesn't
Wisconsin-
exist in
I
my
didn't
timeline.
exist. I didn't
It's funny
exist.
because I remember when, okay, so if you guys don't remember, at one point, Bert moved, when we left Wisconsin, went
Yep.
to Seattle, Bert moved back to Alabama.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty sweet victory for me.
It
because
wasn't
I
a
was
sweet
like,
victory for me.
Get wrecked, dude.
Let me tell you why it wasn't
We
a sweet
got
victory for
invited
me.
to
Let
live
me tell you why it wasn't a sweet victory for me. Because
And then we'll
my
tell you how
ex-
it rolled out.
My ex-girlfriend at the time told me, if you do not move back to Alabama with me, I'm breaking up with you. And I'm like, duh, this is the girl I'm going to marry. I have to move back or she's going to dump me.
He got that first girlfriend syndrome.
Well, see, the thing is, this is how it all rolled out. We knew Bert was leaving, and we thought we were going to move from the BAM house in Wisconsin to an apartment complex in Wisconsin. It was going to be me, Steve, Tyson, and SGC Barbarian, our friend Nick at the time. He was in the Human Games and stuff like that. And we were all going to live in an apartment together. Then we go to New York for a convention that got canceled. And we were all there. And then Adam, Sky Does Minecraft, had some lackeys there that were putting together a corporation. And then all of a sudden, these lackeys offered us a job to move out to Seattle and make awesome content with one of the most famous YouTubers of all time, Sky Does Minecraft. I'm like, oh, no brainer. We go home, tell Bert, hey, we're moving out to Seattle. Actually,
I was there at the convention.
Yeah, you were there, but I remember.
Doesn't even remember me.
I remember being at home though and telling you like, we're going out to Seattle, dude. You should just come. And you're like,
no,
I don't
that
know.
is not how I remember it. This is how
I like his
remember
because
it.
his story is just
And this
like,
is true.
I remember punching you in the face like, oh, you
No,
suck.
here's how I remember it. So Bert said he's moving to Alabama.
Adam won't allow Bert to
let me
come.
let me talk.
Yeah.
So no, here's what happened. Adam gave us money to cancel our leases
Yeah.
and get all of our
remember
stuff
that.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going up to Bert, and this is how my version of it is. And I'm like, oh yeah, Scott is Minecraft is flying us all out to Seattle to live there, and he's paying for us all to move out there to have fun in Alabama. But in my head, I was just sitting there like,
Well, see,
fucking
my-
loser.
My ex-girlfriend was just like, you didn't make it in 1 year time on YouTube. We're moving back to Alabama.
But the
and you're
thing
working
is,
on my
BAM
dad's
was
farm.
massive, though.
Huh?
BAM was so massive.
It was.
We had like hundreds of thousands of views of video. Maybe it took a week to get there, or 2 weeks, but we were still huge.
You can't imagine how depressed I was when I had to move back. I was just like, no, my friends. Even though you guys were total assholes. But
We
at the
needed that. We needed you to move just so we could rekindle our friendship. Because
Yeah.
when we lived in Seattle, I talked to you every night on Skype. We played
Every
games
night.
every day together.
You flew me out a few times. You were
Yeah,
like,
flew you out a
Yo.
couple times
We split that.
in LA.
I paid half.
y'all
No, in Seattle too.
flew me
yeah.
out.
Yeah, so
Because I was poor.
yeah,
as
so like we
poor.
needed that in hindsight, but I always think back, and I always talk to Tyson. I'm like, what if we all would have moved to Seattle, kept the dream alive with BAM?
We would've killed
made
Bert.
Great
My neck.
skits. We probably would have killed Bert. And Steve's girlfriend at the time, Natalie, just was driving me absolutely nuts.
Oh,
So I think
Jesus.
everything would have still ended up how it was, and Bert would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to look into
Yeah.
the past and be like, what if this
Yeah.
would have happened?
Yeah.
What I do like to do is look into the past and be like, those were good times.
Yeah.
Those were fun times. This is something that I can show my future kids that I've done in the past.
Y'all
And a
don't
lot of
have-
these videos are still getting viewed, millions of views every month. Like, not every month, but every year. So,
Yeah.
like, there's like Shark Tub.
Yeah.
He's got 9 million
I
views.
mean, like I
Fat
was
Zombie's
saying-
got 6 million.
To like
Zombie's
start
really
this
good.
video, I was down memory lane. This is a segue here. Down memory lane yesterday, looking at all these videos, reading all these comments, and I would filter the newest ones first because I wanted to see if people
Yeah.
are still on the channel talking about it.
Yes.
And there was someone that congratulated us on 5 years on the day of the 5th year on Cabin's Triangular. And then there was people like, oh, starting my binge. There's people saying this was the greatest channel of all time. These videos still hold up. They still hold their value. And like I watch them all the time. And it's like not just because I'm in it, but because they're actually really good and funny. And half the time I'm watching the videos, I'm like, I don't even remember filming this.
What?
Like I watched a clip in a video we're gonna watch together on this channel to celebrate BAM 5 years being back. But I watched a clip in it, and I run through this door with this massive boner, and I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? I'm like, what skit was that?
I remember
from?
that. It was.
Did we
from,
delete the skit?
No, it's still there. It was a video where Steve asked me to help him get into a relationship, get a girlfriend.
Oh wow!
And we didn't have many lines for you, so we were like, you come in, and you were like, dude, what if I stick this in my pants?
It was a boner.
And that's what it was.
I'm actually drawing a blank on that.
Oh
so
my
yeah,
god!
Yeah, I was like-
no,
interested
and
to
then you played Steve's girlfriend, and like remember, I was trying to get
Oh
Steve
my
to get a
God.
girlfriend.
I do
No, and he
remember that.
kissed Steve in that one.
I showed Steve how to dress, and he kissed. Yeah,
I
many times?
haven't watched that one that many times because that one's disturbing.
I kissed him like 3 times in that episode because you're like, nah, one good.
yeah. I was
Kid
screwing
made
with
me
him.
kiss him on the lips. That's one of the only dudes I've kissed on the lips.
Yeah, he made us all.
yeah.
Yeah, we
He's
all
like-
kissed.
Was that
yeah.
Steve's apartment?
You know, it opened us
Actually,
up.
I really just wanted.
That's
to
very
It
kiss
was
odd
at
that you
Gizzy's
brought that
apartment,
up.
actually.
It
I
was
don't
like
remember
Gizzy's apartment.
exactly what happened, but he's like, "Wait, you never kissed a dude?" There's something weird. I don't know how it happened, and now I feel awkward for saying it.
No, I don't even care. You guys were kissing him. I'm like, well, I want to kiss him too.
Whoa, we weren't kissing him. It was a peck.
It was a pack.
Whoa, there was no Mako
Whoa.
session going on.
It
Okay.
wasn't. It wasn't.
He's got a
Frenching.
fiance.
It was, yeah,
Or no, he's got a wife.
married.
He's
So-
married.
to a woman.
Was he
And
married at
I'm
the-
engaged to a woman.
He was not married at the time.
I was just-
These
he
two are
wasn't married
dating
at the
women, which makes it all strong case.
We're all dating women here. We're
Yes.
not
all dating women.
Not that there's anything wrong
Yes.
with being gay.
None of us are making out with Kip though.
Hey,
Not
On
even.
the
Hey,
way.
hey, unless he asked.
Never. I've only kissed him once.
Would I? Hey, ooh,
His lips were soft.
He's a beautiful man.
I don't know.
I,
Let's
mean,
just.
I think it moved a little bit.
Oh,
What, his lips moved a little
Oh,
bit?
no.
hey, oh.
It.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
we're gonna watch the evolution of BAM because this kind of is something I like to watch every once in a while just to get like snippets of skits, and then it sends me on a tear. So if you guys haven't seen the skits in a while, maybe this is something that will send you on a tear. But I think how we're gonna do this, Tyson, is I'm not gonna pause it at all. We're just gonna watch it, react to it, and
Go for
it'll
it.
be fun. So
I have the DVD somewhere. I might go on a binger.
okay, so yeah,
It's a Blu-ray. Bird.
Tyson's editing this, so that's how you can put that
Whatever.
in. Just right
It's
here.
a
Just tell me when you click play.
VHS.
Play. Okay, this is the evolution of BAM. It's a mosh pit
How are you able to
of our
hear me?
time.
This
Look
is
how
a
gross he
horrible-
used to look.
I eat batteries.
Same.
You still eat batteries, Bert?
I'm not scared. I'm working out because I can do it.
This is one of like the legendary skits,
I'm a little bit unhappy.
and I actually seen other YouTubers wear that outfit Steve's wearing.
Yeah.
I've seen the glasses everywhere.
Look how skinny I was.
One solution.
I was such a young boy.
I had a bit.
See, I'm glad that I was fat always. Is that dandruff on my shoulder?
Probably.
I'm glad I was fat always, so I can't look back and be like, oh, look how skinny I was.
Oh God.
Give it up and never drop.
Prepare to die. Not on my watch.
I don't know. I saw a comment the other day on one of these old band videos like, everyone's fatter.
You know, I probably am like 15 pounds heavier.
Yeah, I'm definitely heavier by like 40 pounds.
I was at one point 80 pounds heavier.
I'm still driving the same truck, guys.
Yeah, that's the same truck that Bert's got out in the parking lot right now.
This has got 6 million views. It's gotten over millions of views every year.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean,
this
this
is
is
one
a
of the
great
breakout videos that
video.
we've been
I
getting.
love that video. Yeah.
And it's got a sentimental ending. You know,
Yeah.
it's good.
No, this is working.
We've just had so many good times.
Still have like a
In this skit, I remember
Or
spitting in
something.
someone's mouth by accident.
not stabbing him.
It's the only thing I
Stop
remember.
playing with your cat.
I like when he
It's that simple.
peed.
That's too easy. I need blood on my
We had to redo this
Oh, my
scene like
goodness.
30 times because you guys kept laughing.
Well, and also my voice is gone because the night before
you
I
yelled at
Bert.
Steve. Oh, at Bert, yeah.
Yeah, yelled at
You
Bert.
and Bert got in a big fight.
My arm's gone.
This is in the field of our grandparents.
Dude, those were so pointy. I almost sat on one.
That would have gone right up your ass.
Obama!
Ah, political
Steve
jokes.
think? What's the
His
single
hair is
most
so much better now.
inspiring moment of
Yeah,
my
he looks
life?
so. Steve changed the most.
Yeah, for
You'll
sure.
never fulfill your father's legacy.
Steve changed so
You'll
much in
always
like
be
the
number two.
7 months we lived in that BAM house.
Chicken soup. I hate it. It sucks. Wait, who loves bones in it? I don't want
Improv
bones
master.
in it. Truth or dare, Steven?
I don't
Your
want
turn
bones
first.
in
Truth.
This is actually a
Cabin
really good
Strangler.
skit.
Wasn't
No,
this-
this isn't Camp Strangler.
Oh,
This is
no. Game. I don't know what that
this
was.
is Ghost Blowjob.
Oh.
Oh, I remember that.
There was ants everywhere on the
Yeah.
ground too, and it was the worst.
That shot, we had to shoot back in our backyard because we did it
Yeah.
at what's her name's.
This is Ghost
Cabin.
Blowjob too.
I would have.
That's my.
I like to see.
Ghost Blowjob is just titled Ghost now on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was getting flagged and removed. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to get removed.
You'd be perfect for this role. Really? No.
We were mean to Bird on the daily for skits.
No, I thought. Get out! No, I thought your boobs were girls' boobs. Please don't tell my parents for Jesus.
Don't tell Jesus.
Let's all do it on the count of three.
I don't, were you possessed in this one, Bird? I think
There
I think
was
you
a
were like
possession
demon.
episode. Yeah, there was one that was a demon.
This was one of the hardest skits that we
You
filmed.
guys,
I
could
laughed
not
about
stop
5,000
laughing.
times.
Yeah, it was the worst. I can't remember if I was on the camera or the boom pole.
No,
but
at
I
one
was
point you
just
left and you had to go downstairs and film. So Gina was holding the boom
I'm
pole.
like, I'm done.
Get out of the pocket. Go, run.
Still love Green Bay Packer football. They play tonight. This is going up later, but
Who are we playing?
I don't even know. I think that's like Little Caesars Pizza. We were poor.
It does. Like looking back at these, just makes me know how poor I was.
We were so poor.
I didn't know Jump Street had this much traffic.
Guys, what is this?
See?
What do I do with it?
Then I just look at the camera like dead eye it.
Oh, what am I
What do
doing
I do
here?
with it?
Yeah, but you liked it, bag it.
Can't say that now.
Can't
Can't
say
say that now.
Nope. Oh, Jesus.
That looks like cum. Holy shit, that was almond milk or
That was
something.
almond milk,
That was
yeah.
A lot of these
disgusting.
clips are from
Oh no!
Ghost Blowjob.
This sheet right here, we like wrapped it up and just put it in that gaming room.
It was forever.
It was just forever
disgustingness.
in that gaming room.
All right, let's get a hold of ourselves. It's the end of the line, asshole.
How'd you do that to your mom?
Do this to your mom.
That was improv. Yeah, that skit, I remember that was the first skit that Steve decided to direct by himself. And I was a little salty at the time. I was like, I'm going to do it.
I do remember that.
But it turned out amazing. And then he
Yeah.
wrote it by himself
The
too.
ghost blowjob?
No, that was
Oh, that
swine
one.
flu.
Swine flu.
It was the
I'll
one
give
where
you
I
swine.
breathed.
I never liked the skit. I can't remember. I think it was called The Smell or something.
the one where I
I
breathed.
thought I never liked it.
It was the longest script.
But then I watched it. I
No,
was
the
like,
swine flu
this
is the longest one.
Oh, it was the longest?
Yeah.
The smell is the one
The
that...
smell's where your hopes and dreams are dying in the basement and the whole house smells because of it. But we're just like, what is that smell in the house? Then we go down in the basement and it's just like Bert's hopes and dreams
Yeah.
dead.
that one we had Steve write himself.
Yeah, I
as well.
rewatched that. I was like, that one's good. I didn't
It's-
like it when we did it.
Imagine
That was so
being
good.
Bert.
Just being like,
Oh
my
no,
hopes and dreams.
I'm stone cold now because just those years.
It was
Those
some.
years.
It was like, I'm glad it went how it did because it was good for the comedy and how, like, the characters were built.
Yeah. Bert
Like it
always
started as a
complains.
character for Bert, but then it just became.
Well, no, at
his
first I
life.
was just like, this is funny. But then, like, after a couple of months, I'm like, guys,
And then I always tell
Pick on
him,
someone
like,
else?
dude, look at the comments. You're one of the favorites.
Yeah, you were one of the
he
favorites.
did always say that, but I still was just like, oh.
because that character like your character and my character are easily lovable because I'm a retard
Yep.
and you're the guy that everyone picks on. So it's easy to like laugh at you and laugh with you. So like there was good characters that we played. Steve was a snarky asshole. You know, Tyson was like the, I guess, bigger, aggressive bully, but then also like he gets bullied himself, you know, like he's the fat guy, you know, that we had like a great dynamic. But look at this. I'm going to go over some of our most viewed videos and you can tell me if you believe it or not. Shark Tub, 9.7 million views.
I wasn't in that one.
Yeah, that was in Seattle.
This is a time too when we didn't like a lot of YouTubers stretch out their videos to be past 10 minutes.
Yeah, these were 2 minutes. 4
Even
minutes,
when we
3
had a
minutes.
video 10 minutes, we never put multiple ads in it because we were so newbie at YouTube.
No. And I don't know if a channel like BAM would even work nowadays with the algorithm because it's like 1 minute to 3 minute long videos.
It would work, but
It'd
it
be
just
tough.
wouldn't make
It
as
would make
much
nothing.
money.
It wouldn't make any money.
What
Yeah.
about Gus Johnson is the only one I can kind
Yeah.
of.
You have
does
to
that.
rely on, and this is what I did when you guys left BAHMLounge. You guys left it within a year and a half. I had to take it over myself. That's my only income, basically. So I learned how to sell. So almost like a ton of the videos became sponsored videos, which back then people hated. Nowadays you can really do that, and no one cares.
Back then it was such a different time on YouTube. Like on these videos, we were like making never any money. Like the whole time we did BAM in Wisconsin, the whole time we did BAM in Seattle, we weren't making money on the videos, like period. And then later, after Seattle, or like halfway through Seattle, all of a sudden Tyson started getting some ad deals. And that's where it's like, oh my God, we can make $10,000 a video on these views that we're getting. But when YouTube would only pay us like $800 if we got 100,000 views, not even.
No, $800. What?
Wait,
like
that's,
maybe
oh,
more
wait,
like
that's a huge-
$80.
Yeah, $80. Yeah,
I was
was
just saying,
going
I
wrong
was
with
gonna say,
that.
I wish.
When we lived
Yeah.
in Wisconsin, I maybe made
Yeah, $80. Yeah, I had the CPMs wrong. We'd
Yeah.
make $80 to $100 on a video.
Yeah.
That had 100,000 views because it was like $1 CPM.
Yeah, we had terrible CPM.
So it was like $1 CPM. So we made like no money, and that's why I think Bert thought like it was a failure. Shelby thought it was a failure because
Shelby
we weren't
really
making
did,
money.
yeah.
Like if we would pay each other out, we'd each get like $200.
Yeah.
Or like $150.
But I saw the long picture of who cares about the money now? It's about the notoriety.
Yeah.
And that's how with BAHMLounge, when I started taking it over, I did a lot more pranks. And that's how I was able to like pitch the pilot. And that's how I was able to like make ad deals. And then we started $100 Chef. Every one of those were sponsored. Like it cost me
$100
maybe
Chef.
$300 to do, but it also
You
I
made maybe
made
5,000, 10,000 a video. Yeah, Fat Zombie 6.1 million, Duct Tape Challenge 3.4 million, Paranormal Activity 2 million, The Switch 1.7 million, Another Shark Pool 1.6. Like so many big, like just like massive videos now, and it just goes to show you like so many people are going back and like watching these.
It is cool because like we live with we have another YouTuber house. You don't. You got your own house.
I have my own.
But we have
place
another
now.
YouTuber house, and one of the guys was talking to his friends, and one of his friends was like, "Wait, how do you know BAHMLounge?" Because he saw a picture of him.
Yeah.
And that's cool to me.
Yeah.
Like this is not my whole life. This is like chapter 5 and 6 of my life, and I love going back to read it.
Yeah.
But like we've had so many things happen since then.
Yeah,
so many things happened before then. So it's just really
Like,
interesting.
It's crazy to know that BAHMLounge as a unit got 102 million views. Like 102 million people. Like it might not all be individual people, but 102 million people sat down and watched our videos. And that's why it's like it's something I always go back and I love those memories, but I know it's almost impossible to recreate. Like it would be hard to like get us four back together and do like a channel again. If we did, it would be on fire. It would be lit. I think it would be huge. But it's just like it's a time that's gone, but it's something that's nice to look back on and like relive every once in
I
a
would
while.
like to ask the people that are watching this via YouTube, what is your favorite skit? What's your favorite moment that we did on BAHMLounge? Let's reminisce in the past, and then let's move into the future.
Yeah, because like with this podcast, our idea is we're going to talk about current events. We're going to be talking about funny things happening in pop culture. We're going to relive some old skits every once in a while. Maybe we'll throw an old skit in every once in a while. I've actually been watching a lot of TikTok, and I'm like, man, we could make 15-second skits every once in a while on TikTok. Like I know TikTok's a cringy app, but there's actually some really good content on there. So like I still want to be involved with skits and doing that kind of stuff, but I really think that, we should reminisce. Go in the comments. Let us know what your favorite skit was, what your favorite character was, what was your favorite time and moment in BAM, like what were your favorite videos, like what first brought you to BAM. I would love to know because I know there's not a lot of you out there anymore because this channel has been stagnant for years, but it's like we're coming back and we're excited. I think the reaction videos are going to be really fun. We're going to find cringy content on the internet. We're going to break it down. We're going to react to it. It's going to be a really good time. But I think this is where we end this first podcast.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach. And we'll kick it back to you next week.
Thanks, guys, for watching, though. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn those notifications on if you're new. That'd be crazy. And let us know about those old good times down below in the comments. Until next time, peace out.
Peace.